Hello and welcome to CryptoWeeklies. Today in this video we analyze Bitcoin, none of the content financial advice. Now that Bitcoin has dropped below $76,000 at one point, now the price of Bitcoin has come back to the $77,000 range. We discuss what could happen to Bitcoin in the short term, none of the content financial advice. Right now the price of Bitcoin again on its latest drop went close to the $75,900 range. Came back from that level again. This level was always more likely to be a level of support for Bitcoin, as mentioned previously. This yellow line over here that was breached, but again no major weekly closes below this yellow line as of now. Let's see if this support holds, if the price of Bitcoin goes back to 79k by today. If it does, let's see if the price can go and run back to the 21-week exponential moving average. If not, there could be further downturn. Again, once this level got breached in 2022, if you extrapolate this line over here, again the bear market had a major drop, and then again tried to test this level as to rally up beyond that support over here, yellow line. Failing to do that again, and there was another major drop. So what could happen is that if this level over here at around 79k does not get again act as a support or rallies beyond that 80k level, if that doesn't happen in the short term, the price action could hang out over here for a couple of weeks like it did in 2022 from May to about mid-June, so about one and a half month. Price could then try to run back up to this yellow level after spending some time over here. Failing to do that, acting as a resistance, this yellow line acting as a resistance could again provide further downside. Again, the percentages might be different, but again the path might be more or less the same. From here, the drop in June of 2022 was about 45%. So from here, let's say if a similar drop occurs, again there could be a chance of diminished volatility. Let's say instead of 40%, let's say that this time around the drop is only 25%. Then the price could find support close to the 60k level, which was again coincides with this next level of major level of support for Bitcoin, where the price maintained a lot of presence. Or if you try to do like a 50-50 split in terms of price in the 2024 downturn from May to about August, like a midpoint of that downturn was at around 60k. The lower end of that downturn, if you were to look for any lows where the price action could go, is at around 54k, and a drop to 54k would be about 30% drop from that area of support over here at around 79k. All in all, that could be how the summer of 2026 could pan out if the downturn were to continue. Right now, what needs to be seen is in terms of this regression based model. Again, this is our own in-house developed model available for free, using this DCA or polynomial regression based fair value estimation of Bitcoin's price action. This gray line over here, which is a two degrees of freedom polynomial regression based fair value estimation, wherever the price is below the gray line over here, has been a decent time to DCA into Bitcoin. Again, that could be again a cutoff point between what is overvalued Bitcoin versus what is undervalued Bitcoin. Whenever the price is below the gray line, historically speaking, that those periods were the what you can say quote unquote right time to DCA into Bitcoin, whereas these periods, which are the grayed out periods, would be the right time either to DCA out or again hold on to DCA that you already have. Again, not financial advice. Right now, this is the first time since October 2024 where the price action has successfully been lower than the fair value of Bitcoin. Again, all these periods, all these downturns since October November 2024, price action held support above this regression based fair value. Now this valuation has come down from the regression based fair value. You can see the fair value is at around 79k. The price of Bitcoin at this point was at around 77,500. So what could happen in 2026 and potentially half of 2027 is again price finding some sort of a 4-year market cycle theory based low in the second half of 2026, and from that level again, if in the depths of the bear market, it could take a while to have either a U-shaped recovery or a prolonged recovery that we had from November to December 2022 till about February 2024, where the price action spent several years to get back to this regression based fair value. And from the range for the fair value in that era was again quite different from past market cycles. When Bitcoin left that fair value regression line, the regression line was at around 34k, and when price action entered back above the fair value, was the fair value had grown by about 25,000 to 58k. Something similar could happen as Bitcoin kind of matures as an asset. Then again, if let's say now that Bitcoin has left this area of regression based fair value at 78-79k, a downturn from that level to, let's say, somewhere between 20 at the least, somewhere between 25 to 30% drop from here to about 55k level. If that kind of happens, then again taking a year or two could stretch the regression based fair value close to 100k level, and that could be the area where the price action kind of meets the regression based fair value in sometime in 2027 or early 2028. So with that, again, that's the Bitcoin analysis using the regression based model. What could another area of for support, again a longer term support, could be this blue line over here, which is the time weighted average price. That's where Bitcoin bear market, at least there is a delta of the eventual bottom and 10 to 20% delta between that bottom and the time weighted average price at a given moment. So for example, in November 2022, when Bitcoin fell to $15,800 level, the time weighted average price was at around $12,800 level. So about $3,000 difference. In terms of percentage, that would be close to 20% difference. Right now, time weighted average price is at around 27k. If let's say price action comes closest to the time weighted average price in the later half of 2026, time weighted average price could be somewhere between 30 to $35,000. Let's take the higher end at around $35,000, and a 20% on that would be at around 42k. So that would be adding another 7,000 on to the 35,000. That's 20%. So that could be a eventual bottom for Bitcoin for this market cycle, and a $42,000 Bitcoin from here would be exactly 45% drop, like it was in 2022 when the major drop from that this yellow line over here, which was breached to the downside in the depths of the bear market. The bottom was about 46% lower than this area of support. Similar thing this time around, if that were to manifest, the price of Bitcoin could be somewhere close to 42k. And all our models, again, is in the estimated bear case scenario for Bitcoin, point to a base bear case at around 45k. That's a drawdown about 41% from the current price of BTC. If something worse were to happen in this bear market, the price could go as low as about 40k. And in a full-blown recession, the price of Bitcoin could go as low as about 32k. With that, I would like to conclude. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day.